Hello. So I'm doing this video a bit earlier than what I was going to, because I thought I'd do it before the Arsenal game and then put out ready to come out after the Arsenal game. So just do it a bit early because I plan to go out on Friday. So but I definitely wanted to do it because this is my first one having a go at doing with the share screen and stuff like that. So what it is I wanted to look at the Football Manager Wonderkids from 2024 to see what they're doing currently in real life. So I'm looking at the top 15 based on the 442 website. So we've got, this was updated on the 6th of January 2025, so it should be relatively up to date. There's one on here, I'm not sure why they're on there, but we'll get to that when we get there. So that's the list I've used, and then I've got their stats and that off Flash Scores, which people who know me know that's one of my favourite websites for all my scores and that. So yeah, so I thought I'd have a little gander and go through all of that. So if I look at it, do them in order as ones they've done. Right, so there we are. Right, so if I look what I'm looking at, and then there we go. So that is the players that they have done as their top 15. So Jude Bellingham, he played 21 games, a lot of minutes, 7 goals, 6 assists. He's world class. Everyone knows it. Not surprised to see him at the top of the list either. Who did he get sent off against? I wonder if anyone knew he got sent off against, if they're keeping up with their Real Madrid. But yeah, he's world class. He's the future of their team. He's brilliant, and if England do win an international tournament, he will be in the squad that does it. So, Muslera, quality player, and this one definitely stood out for me as far as his stats. 22 appearances, 11 goals, 2 assists. He's playing with Harry Kane as well, so you think Harry Kane gets most of the goals, but Muslera, brilliant player. Would he suit playing outside of the Bundesliga, do you reckon? In real life, could you see him coming to the Premier League? Could you see him going to La Liga? That's an interesting one. Pedri, always going to play a lot of minutes. Key player for them. 4 goals, 3 assists. Not a bad return, the sort of style player he is. A lot of minutes for him as well. That was it. That season when he played 60 odd games, played every single game for Barcelona, Spain youth, all of it. So many games in that one season. Camavinga hasn't seemed to have played as much as you would think this season. Only 13 appearances and not a lot of minutes. Probably was he injured? So you're doing more stuff on this channel. I'm gonna have to see if I can keep up with what's going on. The rest of it, like I'll keep up with the tables, but what else is going on with it? But yeah, has he been injured a lot of the season? Camavinga is one I've looked at from managers from a few years past, and I was on that Football Index, and I had loads of shares in him, and then that company went down completely. I would have got a great deal of money had it survived long enough for him to go to Real Madrid, which is a shame. Gavi, 15 appearances, not a lot of minutes. You should imagine a lot of that will be sub appearances based on their minutes. Just a 1 assist, but he's a young player and he's learning from some quality players in Barcelona, so you know he will be. He's going to be at Barcelona for his career, you would have thought. Balde, he is a first team regular. 3 assists from the fullback position or the wing back positions. A lot of minutes for him, a 21-year-old. A lot of Spain players in this. So that's, yeah, he's definitely getting plenty of football. Be interested to see what his value is when the new manager comes out come the autumn. This is the one that's weird this on here. Ansu Fati. I'm not sure why he's on here. Since he's gone back to Barcelona, only 128 minutes. I'm not sure. Injuries have hit him. I hope he has a good end to his career because he obviously because he's been touted as a wonder kid for a lot of football managers. So it's whether that's still accurate and stuff. and that. So I just realised I've been talking for ages without actually having the screen up. There we go. This is why I'm practicing on it. This is why I'm doing more of it. There you go. That's why I want it to look like. Right, back to the screen again. Nico Williams, 23 appearances, 4 goals, 5 assists. That's not bad. He's playing with Inaki Williams as well. So Inaki Williams has got that release clause. A lot of people talk about Arsenal looking for their striker. Why don't we go for his release clause? So interesting. Bilbao are doing all right. They're 4th in the league as well. So that's he could be one to watch as the future goes on. See, and because strikers seem to do well in Spain. So for certain teams, Florian Wirtz will not be at Leverkusen much longer. He is one of the best players in the world. He will move to the Premier League, in my opinion. I think it's going to be Liverpool. But we'll see what happens with Florian Wirtz. And then look at those stats. 21 years old, 25 appearances, 9 goals, 12 assists. Pretty much responsible for a goal a game. This is injured at the moment by the looks of it. But yeah, Florian Wirtz, he will be a Premier League player, in my opinion. Javi Simons. See, when I was looking at this one, I was quite surprised to see about that because I knew he'd left PSG, Leipzig to go to PSG. Then he went and got loaned back to Leipzig, and he's gone back to Leipzig permanently now. So, and he's not having the worst season. 17 appearances, 6 goals, 4 assists. That's a good return, to be honest. This one was one I was really surprised about because I love Jeremy Pino on Football Manager. But if you look at his stats in real life at the moment, just 1 goal, 4 assists in 23 appearances isn't great. If you, depending on how he plays, obviously he's played a lot of minutes. He's obviously an important player for him. But as far as goal and assists go, he hasn't contributed as much as you'd think. 8 yellow cards as well. 8 yellow cards. So he obviously plays a bit on the edge. Again, we'll have to anyone who watches a lot of Villarreal games have to let me know if how he sort of plays, or if they want to watch videos on him and how he plays and that. And then the other 4 Wonderkids that's on their list is all defenders. So I've got some defending stats on there. So Diamande from Sporting, they're top of the league. They've only conceded 22. He's playing a lot of minutes, so he's obviously doing all right for them season as far as them not conceding massive amounts in Portugal. The same for Antonio Silva. He's only played 13 games, but they've only conceded 18 goals all season, Benfica. So he's obviously they've obviously got a good tactical setup. They don't seem to be conceding a lot of goals. Rico Lewis, we know what Man City season has been like. It's, there's not a lot you can say about Rico Lewis. He's in the team a lot, but is it because he's been playing bad, or is it Man City playing bad? I just think Rico Lewis is a hard one to judge this season. You can't really judge him on this season, I don't think. And then finally, Luke Abia from Leipzig. Leipzig are 6th in the league. They've conceded 33, scored 39, so they're quite leaky at the back, and they're 28 points behind Bayern Munich as well. They're 6th, Bayern Munich at top. So the what's it called? They got the thing wrong with that, but they are. Yeah, so Leipzig are not doing great at the moment. So I'm going to stop sharing that now. So yeah, that's what their 15 Wonderkids ones they reckon. Still not all Nancy Fai's on there. Not 100% sure why Ricky Lewis is on there. Obviously, it was January as well, so it has been quite newish and all. So what I might do is I might do another one based on the ones that I was using at the start of the season, like Rooney Balagiel from Copenhagen, Nyappen, who's probably going to be going to Arsenal. He's a quality Wonderkid on there. Jeremy Pino would have been one of them as well, so that was an interesting one to spot there. But yeah, that was a little mini Football Manager one. Maybe some more of them. Gonna stick the Arsenal game on. I got my director of football stuff to do for Ash's FIFA as well. So, yep. Hope everyone has a good evening, and we'll speak to you in a bit. Ta-da.